Hello, Enhanced family. I'm super excited to talk to you guys today about tithing and share my testimony. Before I begin, I want to tell you a little bit about myself and my journey with Enhance. So, in 2015, I was looking for a church home, and I came across Enhancechurch through coordinating a wedding for a dear friend of mine who happened to have her church here at Enhance, and I came that following Sunday, and I have not left since. So it is now 3 years later, and I am proud to be a member here. I have grown spiritually. I have been able to build a deeper connection not only with God but with the church family, and really understand my role as a Christian within this journey. So let's see, I began tithing in 2016, so that was 1 year after I started attending Enhance. I tithed previously, but it was not consistent. I always knew that tithing was a part of being a Christian, as I've been in church my entire life, but it was not something I did consistently. So I would tithe 10%, but again, it was not every time that I got paid. It was probably maybe once every other month, but I tithed something. It just always wasn't 10%. So I want to say in January of 2016 is when I started feeling this tug on my heart to actually be consistent and be faithful with tithing. But I did not actually do that until March of 2016. I felt this burning sensation to tithe if I wanted to have my prayers answered in changing living situations. So my husband and I was looking to move, and we knew that we did not have the funds to purchase a home with the down payment. And so I honestly believed it was God who said to me in my dream that I needed to tithe a very specific number every week. And when I heard that, I was just like, that's not possible. I looked at the income and I'm like, that's not possible. It was definitely almost $1,000 a month, honestly, that we were being asked to tithe. I'm just like, I don't have it. And so then March came, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna trust him. And I remember Pastor clearly saying one Sunday about tithing, and that it was about us trusting God and really giving it to him, and also making sure that it came from a spirit of giving and not one where we were being reluctant to it. And I felt ready, and so I started doing that, and I did it faithfully for a whole year. And honestly, after the year, I was like, okay, I tithe, I still don't have a home, I still didn't move yet, this is not working. But I continued to do so. And then it was in exactly 1 year later, we were starting to look, and I was able to purchase my home. And so that was the first blessing from tithing. Then after that, a few months later, and that was actually in November, we purchased our first home. And I still don't really know how we were able to do it. I also don't know how we were able to have extra money every month after tithing, because we literally should have had negative $200-300, and we never was in the negative. And so I still look back now and I'm just like, wow, I don't know how we were able to do that. And so it urged me to continue to keep doing it and to continue to be faithful with it, and make sure that I was tithing consistently. So then the second blessing that came from tithing, and I know again this had to be from tithing, is that I had a promotion on my job that I didn't even apply for. We had a changeover. The new principal came in. He spoke with me briefly. I was teaching math at the time, and he then offered me to step up and be a dean of the department. And I was just like, huh? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, no, I don't think I can do it. But here I am now, 2 years later in this position. And I am now the dean of STEM over at my job. And so that was a nice pay raise and a nice increase. And in doing so, I made sure that I still increased my tithe in doing so. And whenever we are in need, I make sure that I pray. And then I also make sure that I sow my seed and tithe, because the only way that I'm getting and continuing to be blessed is through the tithing and being consistent and honestly enjoying giving it. So when we say that declaration, I say it with conviction because I know it's true. If you want to be blessed, you need to tithe. So to anyone out there who's on the fence about tithing or feel like you don't have enough to tithe, I'm here to tell you that you will have enough. If you're feeling the need to tithe, it's for a reason. And that's what's really keeping you from being blessed. I truly believe it, is that when we decide to trust God and to give him that 10%, he definitely is going to stretch it and make it 200%. I legit can't tell you enough how much overflow I I have been given, honestly, from just trusting and tithing and giving that 10% alone. So if you are, again, like in doubt, just worried that if I give this, I'm not going to be able to make it through the next week, I can promise you that you will. The first step is just trusting him and letting him take the lead and praying over it. So each time that you tithe, pray over it. And if it's only $10, that's fine. God will turn it into $100 in a few months. Like, don't worry about it. Just trust him and give it to him. I promise you that you won't regret it. And I'm telling you, this is my testimony. It's true. I'm a believer. You should be a believer. Join me. Give your tithes.